welcome to Verdictum. I am Ananya Singh and you're watching today's legal news, where we update you with the latest legal developments across the nation. Let's take a look at the headlines. Supreme Court declines intervention in AIADMK party dispute over expulsion of Panneerselvam and his supporters. Supreme Court to scrutinize tax exemption for nuns and priests teaching at religious educational institutions. Calcutta High Court grants permission for Indian Secular Front rally in front of Victoria House. Team reaches Mahua Moitra's residence for eviction after Delhi High Court denies relief to expelled MP in eviction battle. Now the headlines in detail. In a recent development, the Supreme Court has decided against intervening in the ongoing internal conflict within the All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam party. The decision came on a plea filed by Panneerselvam and his supporters who had contested their expulsion from the party. A bench of the Supreme Court comprising Justice Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Dipankar Datta were hearing the matter as a challenge against the Madras High Court order that dismissed the pleas by Panneerselvam and his supporters against the party's resolution expelling them. The Supreme Court chose not to overturn the High Court order, stating, "If we interfere at this juncture, it will create chaos." To us, the top court said, "It appears there is a split. It will work itself out. Sometimes it's better to let things work themselves out. Sorry, we are not inclined to interfere with the High Court order." Despite not agreeing to interfere, the Supreme Court directed for an expeditious hearing of the pending suits related to the dispute. Moreover, it granted liberty to Panneerselvam and his associates to submit an application for the consolidation of all suits, thereby streamlining the legal process. The Supreme Court has agreed to examine a crucial question surrounding the entitlement of income tax exemption for nuns and priests serving as teachers in government-aided Christian missionary schools. A three-judge bench led by the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, alongside Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra, has acknowledged the urgency of the matter and expressed readiness to consider listing the plea. The issue first came to light in December 2014, when the Income Tax Department directed educational institutions to implement tax deducted at source from individuals employed as teachers in these schools. The matter reached the Supreme Court following the rejection of the plea filed by the affected teachers before the Madras and the Kerala High Courts. Around 100 dioceses and congregations from Tamil Nadu and Kerala approached the Apex Court in challenge to the High Courts. The central argument presented in the plea revolves around the contention that the income of nuns and priests working as teachers effectively belongs to the congregation operating the school, and that the teachers do not acquire the money paid as salaries in personal capacity, thus the income being exempt from the purview of Income Tax Act. The petitioners also assert that government-aided missionary schools enjoyed such exemption since 1944 until the central government's decision to impose TDS in 2014. The Calcutta High Court has given its approval for a rally organized by the Indian Secular Front scheduled to take place on January 21st in front of Victoria House at Expelled in Calcutta, marking its foundation day. The court's decision, however, comes with certain conditions, including a prohibition on the use of offensive language and instigation of violence during the rally. Justice J. Sengupta made the decision in response of a plea filed by ISF, seeking directions to the police to allow the rally to be conducted. The state, however, opposed the rally, citing incidents of violence that occurred last year during an ISF meeting at a nearby location on the same date. Advocate General Kishore Datta, appearing for the state, suggested alternative venues such as the Ramlila Maidan. The court, after considering the contentions of both parties, issued directions stating that the entire event be videographed by the police as well as the petitioners. Further, the state government has also been mandated to deploy an adequate number of police personnel to ensure the safety and security of those participating in the rally and the passers-by. The number of participants has also been restricted to 1,000, with a cap on the number of vehicles, including buses, not exceeding 15. In a recent legal development, the Delhi High Court has dismissed the plea filed by Trinamool Congress leader and ousted Member of Parliament Mahua Moitra. The court declined to grant stay on the eviction order concerning a government bungalow allotted to the MP, citing Mahua's expulsion from the TMC and the absence of a stay from the Supreme Court on her expulsion. Justice Girish Katpalya dismissed Moitra's interim application, seeking a halt on the eviction order dated January 16, 2024. The High Court in its order stated the petitioner having been allotted the government accommodation incidental to her status as a Member of Parliament, and that status having ceased upon her expulsion, which expulsion has not been stayed by the Supreme Court despite hearing afforded to her. Presently, she has no right to continue in the said government accommodation. The court also clarified that invoking Article 226 of the Constitution of India to restrain the operation of the eviction order was not warranted in this case, and consequently, the application was dismissed. On the basis of this order, the Directorate of Estates also sent a team to evict Mahua Moitra from the government accommodation. That was all on today's legal news. Thank you and keep watching Verdictum, and subscribe to our channel and download the Verdictum app on iOS and Android to keep yourself updated with authentic legal news.